My grandfather always used to say, if anybody wants coal, they should go down and cut it themselves.
My childhood was spent looking at those miners and their black faces, black memories. I remember as a child the hooters going, and when the hooter went, it meant there was an accident. They'd be outside the houses waiting to hear. We knew them, and the whole village would come together then, and it's things like that have stuck in my mind. I'm truly glad that my children didn't have to go down there. Yeah. We had a long bath, we did. So the girls would go in first, because there were 7 girls, and then 4 boys then would go after. I don't know if it was chicken pox or measles. My mother shoved us all in the same room, in the same bed, so that we'd all catch it.
The men used to walk over the mountain to come to work. They were kids and they were out to play one day. You could see a lot of men coming back, and they had a stretcher, and one of the boys had got killed in the pit, and they fetched him home and took him into his house like that. And that was it, like. My son was a year old, and we used to buy our napkins then in the pit, proper towelling napkins. Ambrose Thomas next door. Then putting the napkins out, he said, "Oi, girl, what are you doing? It's Sunday today. You do not wash on Sunday." I was frightened to death. Oh. The camaraderie, they all use that word, and it was something that where everybody looked out for one another when they were down there. These youngsters, they haven't got that. No. They haven't got that friendship.
The mines brought out the characters, you know. We don't see those characters today. Community spirit that was in Mardy in the miners' strike was unbelievable. The women were so strong in it, and I think it made a lot of people, a lot of women stronger. It brings happy memories, but it brings sad memories as well. We went through all that. We went through a whole 12 months of debt. When the strike was over, you thought to yourself, what the hell did we do that for? Because no sooner it was over, all these men were out to work anyway.
It wasn't a done thing for a miner's wife to be working. So a week before we got married, I had to give up work. I had to wash all the colliery clothes, make sure that there was food on the table when he came in from work. When he worked on day shift, we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, made his lunchbox, and he liked jam sandwiches with little cheese triangles and a couple of pickled onions. Everybody's front door was open. You could walk in and out of everybody's house. Everybody knew everybody. We had nothing, we had no money, nothing. But the times are happier then than they are today.
He was exhausted. He'd come home and he'd sleep for an hour or so the minute he got home. It was a community and everyone did the same thing. My friends and I now say we didn't realise how hard it was and how deprived we all were. We had the best childhood, the freedom, the beautiful scenery, but, we were very, very poor. We certainly weren't short of love. My parents were amazing parents. They sacrificed such a lot. My father worked so hard. I remember he used to pay me a penny a toe to clean out the dirt from his toenails. And I'd be sitting at his feet with a sort of little wooden stick. I'd sit there for hours at his feet and we'd chat.